Obviously, the way of work in the music and the way of promote the music, the way of creating music, almost all changed with the pass of the time. As you know better than anyone, in the past, you have to sell a lot of albums to have a budget or the enough money to keep going with your project, besides touring. But now in the new era, if can I say, the most important thing to have an audience are the number of views on YouTube, the number of plays on Spotify. So I would like to know, was it difficult for you to adapt to the new way of working in the industry?
Oh, what you mean with new way of working with music?
For example, in the past, you have to have a jam with your musicians, but now you can, for example, make a folder there on internet and you can put all your compositions there, for example, or for example, the interviews. The interviews in the past, you have interviews face-to-face in person or in phone.
Yeah, now the modern technology, you know, I mean,
Exactly.
yeah, of course, everything, let's say, is you can do everything much quicker. You can spread around the world things in just seconds if you want, you know. You
Yes.
can use the Instagram, you can use Facebook, you know, and also what we are doing now that was not possible in the past, you know. I mean, so I mean, there are a lot of, let's say, good things about this modern stuff, you know, but
Yeah.
also I would say also with this all this download and blah 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 stuff, it's not so easy for, let's say, younger bands, you know. Okay, for me, I'm long enough in this business, and I mean everything for me is fine. But sometimes, you know, people also ask me about yeah, for young bands it's not so easy, you know, to yeah, to keep going, you know, money wise, and there are a lot of things are changing than it was in the past.
Tell me, how was the writing and recording process for Touchdown? I know Peter Baltes was there in the studio with the band, right? Recording the bass tracks for the album.
Yes, he was recording the bass thing, but he was not involved in composing. Yeah, working on Touchdown. That was like also we start working on Touchdown in the end of the pandemic, Corona stuff, you know. So then we had just finished a studio in my son's house down in the cellar. Then there was a big flood coming up in this area. The whole house was not gone, but the water was until the living room, you know. So everything was gone. Then the next thing was like the war starts between Russia and Ukraine. So in our guitar player Andre, he was living in Ukraine, you know. So that was, then we stopped everything, and then we said, okay, now we have to see how we can get him out, you know. And then in the end, he was going by car to the Polish border with the family, and so now he's living in Germany, you know. It was a strange working on this album, you know, but in the end, I think, I don't want to say that we was aggressive, but we really was like, okay, and now, you know, we want to make the album. So, and I think in the end, maybe all this shitty situation that we had was making maybe give this album a real push, you know.